In this example, we want to factorise trinomials of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So our first one is x squared plus 8x plus 15. So we're looking at something of the form with two sets of brackets, and we want the first two things in the brackets to multiply to give us x squared. So x and x will achieve this. The second two things in the brackets need to multiply together to give us 15. So two possible examples are 3 and 5, that will give us 15, and moreover 3x plus 5x will give us 8. So we have x plus 3 and x plus 5. Let's just check that. So x plus 3 times x plus 5, expanding that gives us x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15, which is x squared plus 8x plus 15 as required. Our second example is x squared minus 5x plus 6. We're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give us 6, but when they add together, they give us negative 5. So 2 and 3, well, they multiply together to give us 6, and negative 3 plus negative 2, they give us negative 5. So therefore we can write x minus 3 times x minus 2. So again, let's just check. So x times x is x squared, x times negative 2 is negative 2x, negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. So that's x squared, and then negative 2x minus 3x is negative 5x plus 6. So that's correct. Our third example is 2x squared minus 10x minus 28. Now you might be thinking, hang on, that's not of the form x squared plus bx plus c because we have a 2 out the front. But we can see that 2 is actually a common factor. So let's start by bringing the 2 out the front. Now you can see we're left with a standard trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So now we're going to be looking for two things that multiply together to give us negative 14 and add together to give us negative 5. Well, two things that multiply together are 7 and 2, but we need one of them to be negative to give us a negative 14 result. Note that we're also looking for them to add together to give negative 5. So that means we want the larger of those numbers, the 7, to be negative. So then we can have negative 7 plus 2 to give us negative 5. So this gives us two lots of x minus 7 times x plus 2. Let's just check to make sure we haven't made a mistake here. So expanding x minus 7 times x plus 2 gives us two lots of x squared plus 2x minus 7x minus 14. So that's equal to two lots of x squared minus 5x minus 14. And then multiplying through by 2, we have 2x squared minus 10x minus 28, which is what we wanted. Our last example is x squared minus 8x plus 16. So again, we're looking for two things that multiply together to give us 16, but when they add together, they give us negative 8. So two things that multiply to give us 16 would be 4 and 4. However, if we add 4 and 4 together, we don't get negative 8, we get positive 8. So what we can do instead is take negative 4 and negative 4. That still gives us 16, but when we add them together, we get negative 8. So that is, we can write x minus 4 times x minus 4. Alternatively, we can write that as x minus 4 all squared, which is the more standard way to write it. Again, let's check to make sure our answer is correct. So x minus 4 times x minus 4, well, that's x squared minus 4x plus 16. Combining our like terms here, we have x squared minus 8x plus 16, which is in fact what we wanted.